All right, today what we're going to do is for our dystopian unit, you guys have your sticky notes. We're going to be marking different elements of dystopian literature as we're reading. But we don't want you to have to keep going back into your notebooks to go through all of the dystopian notes. And I know that we commonly remember this one, but there's a lot of really good stuff in here that might connect to your different novels. So what we're going to do is we're going to take all of our notes from dystopian elements of literature, and we are going to condense them down to a bookmark so that you have somewhere to keep your sticky notes handy, but also a short, quick reference guide to those dystopian notes so you don't have to keep going back into your notebook. So here's an example from a different reading strategy. This is how to read literature like a professor. There's different elements of things to be looking for. And so what I did is I put all the different reminders of the pieces of the elements of literature and then a little image to help remember. So for example, when people are sitting down eating, it is generally seen in literature as an act of communion. So I put bread and wine, right, to remind me that, oh, if someone is sitting down to eat, it means that there's communion. It means there's brotherhood. It means there's acceptance. There's trust, things like this. And then, oh, where have I seen this before? And it's referenced to different like archetypes. So I've got, like an evil character. I've got an intellect. I've got king or power. I've got a motherly figure, things like that. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your notes. You're going to look at the different big elements, like what is dystopian lit, 4 types of control, our archetypes and protagonist, setting especially. A lot of people are forgetting this one. This one's going to be big in your novels. The different types of conflict, different types of characters, other big ideas, okay? You're going to take all of these notes, the things that you highlighted and annotated, and you're going to condense them down to this bookmark. It does have to have some color, and it has to have some images. And clearly it has to have words. So you're going to get a bookmark like this, and you're just going to start going through your notes and figure out any way that you want to put it on here. It can be one-sided, or if you write a little bit larger or want to do more, it could be double-sided. Another great idea would be to maybe leave a little box or somewhere where you could put your sticky notes, because I could stick them on right there. And then I've got my sticky notes on my bookmark at all times. Okay, so I just went through and I just started listing some of the big things, thinking of different like little images or icons that I could do to coordinate with the different characteristics. So for example, bureaucratic, I put like a little voting thing about laws and rules and government. For corporate control, it's definitely going to be this greed and profit. So I put little like devil horns and a tail, and showing that money can lead to like evil or greed. I've got technology. I've got that it's about surveillance. So I put a little TV that's watching. I've got philosophical, religious. I've got an image of The Giver. I know many of us have read The Giver. So that one's got a philosophical kind of ideology of traditions. Maybe you even put a rock right there for the lottery. Okay, so you're going to put words, phrases, colors, and this is an assignment, and it's also going to help you keep track of your place in your book, but also reminding you of what you need to be looking for, and hopefully have those handy dandy sticky notes on there. All right, good luck. Have fun.